same night was when the weird stuff happened. I had very vivid and scary nightmares. I felt this dark presence over me in my sleep and saw this shadow in my dream. I've never had sleep paralysis, but this was the closest I've ever felt to having it. I was talking to my 5 other roommates about the whole situation, and apparently that same night, 4 of the 5 of them also experienced very terrifying and realistic nightmares. The only one of us in that house who had a normal night was discerning to become a priest. I felt horrible that I could have been the one responsible for all of this. Needless to say, after that, I prayed vigorously, went to church, went to confession, and deleted my dating apps. It has been months since that incident, and thankfully, nothing bad has happened since then. I'm looking at my crucifix hanging in my room as I write this. OP, first of all, thank you so much for your kind words in the beginning of this email. I know a lot of people hear me say that. I typically don't read them unless they pertain directly to the story. I truly, truly appreciate it, and thank you for choosing to send this in. I'm not going to give out your name just in case. First things first, she absolutely was desperate. She was absolutely desperate to feel somebody's skin. That's what it sounds like. Whether she is or is not a Satanist is beyond the point. I don't want to say that people who are on Tinder are desperate, because I know that there are genuine people out there utilizing dating apps because they're socially awkward, or they have anxiety, or they just don't feel it's necessary to meet people in public. And they just want like an instant connection. And I truly, truly understand that concept. However, this person sounds exponentially desperate in ways that I can't put into words, really. With that being said, her curiosities of the occult and the way that she formed, well, not all Satanists are bad. I get this a lot, especially on Instagram in my comment sections. If I utilize a specific term, someone always has to come in and say, like, that's not even what Satanism is. I understand what people are trying to portray when they make that statement. People utilize the term Satanist in a way that they don't really understand the complete definition or the different variations. However, I will bounce off of that and say that most people, when they're talking about Satanism and worshiping the devil, that is what they're referring to, is devil worship, is someone who is practicing a specific type of magic that is inherently bad. But typically when people hear the word or say the word Satanist, it's taken out of context because they are thinking that this person is utilizing magic in a way that is inherently negative, in a way that is supposed to be bad for you. And that is how Catholicism and Christianity typically portrays someone who is considered a Satanist. With that being said, I think that the person that was doing